Okay, let's see, recording started. I don't know. Yeah, it looks like, I don't know why it clicked off, but it clicked off. So, so he was being pretty rude and everything like that. So I told him about the situation with the skywriting in the sky. Well, I had lived in Orlando from the time I graduated high school. So I'd lived in Orlando pretty much all my life, except for an exception of a couple years when we moved up to New York City. And so he tells me, he goes, oh yeah, when I was in Disney a couple of times, I saw that in the sky too. And I was wondering about it. And the people that worked at Disney told me that it's a skywriter. He goes a few times a year. He's been doing it for years and years. And he does it anywhere all the way down from Miami to the Magic Kingdom in Disney. And I guess he has a partner. One of them live in Fort Lauderdale and another one live in Orlando. And he's been doing this skywriting from Miami, Florida, all the way to the Magic Kingdom for years, more than once a year. Well, I lived in Orlando. How long was that? 30 years. I lived in Orlando most of my life, and I have never seen it and never heard of it. So this guy, this atheist, and I told him about it. I said, well, I've lived in Orlando most of my life, and I've never heard of it, and I've never seen it. But when I needed to see it, when I had called out to God and asked him. But you know, my point of telling you these things is that I'm not very good with directions, but I think I go down that way. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, by the tree, by the white tree. So my point is that I was given all this evidence. I was given so many instances, so many situations. Yeah, here's this little creek comes all the way here. So I was given all those signs along the way, and the trial got worse and the situation got worse. And then what I dreaded the most happened. And he, just like the disciples had seen the disciples had seen all of the miracles, and Peter, James, and John saw the transfiguration. They were still anxious and fearful and doubting, and they pretty much abandoned him. They wouldn't follow him. They were terrified, and so they abandoned him when he was apprehended. And just like them, I had witnessed so much. And so you discount that. You discount it because sometimes emotional and mental anguish can be even more painful than a infirmament or a sickness or a terminal disease. I mean, sometimes it could be worse, the pain. So you tend to, all those times, and you know, the Holy Spirit did try to bring to my mind those instances. But like I said, when I found out the depth of the evil and the orchestration that had been permitted, I was just in utter shock because I was in such grief. I just wanted to be with my loved ones. And, but all of those, and there was other ones too as well. There were other ones that I had witnessed. I mean, other empirical evidence, other situations that would pretty much be interesting, but for the sake of time, I'm just going to say those three, but there's others. Maybe I'll get a chance to let you know about it later on. So no matter how many times, sometimes he will talk to us in the furnace of affliction. We discount that because all we can feel is the fire of the furnace, and it's very, very painful, and we just want it to go away. And we tend to discount those times where he talks to us really, if I tell you the other circumstances, you would say, oh my gosh, how could you discount that? How could you discount that? Because the worst thing that could ever, well, not the worst thing could ever happen, but something really, really horrific happened, and he let it go there, and he didn't save me from experiencing that. But he did, like I said, he did reveal why he took me there into that situation, and he was very gracious and merciful. So that is some of my examples of empirical evidence where God has spoken to me directly, and I pray that I know that if you pray and if you need it, just like Peter, James, and John at the Mount of Transfiguration, they needed, and they still abandoned him, but when they saw him rise from the dead, they were stronger than ever, and they had all of those instances and all of those miracles to build upon their foundation. So I hope that encourages you today. I did pray for you. If you're going through a furnace of affliction and you're in the valley of the shadows of darkness, I remembered you this morning in my prayer. I am praying for you and your affliction. He will bring you through. Keep in prayer. Thank you so much. I gotta go pick up my laundry now. She's waiting on me. Bye.